Hello everyone, so I'm going to make the Hong Kong style roast duck today. So first of all, I will need the duck. This is the duck that I bought. It's 1.25 kilograms, so that is the second time I'm trying to make the roast duck. This time I'm going to make that better. Let's see how can I make it. So first of all, you will need this kind of the seasoning. So seasoning is very important, and to make it sweet, you must need to have the honey. Okay, so to go along with the duck, I have got a homemade bun. This is the dough that I make for the homemade bun. If you want to know about the recipe, so just take a look at my next video and I will tell you how to make it. So basically, that is a dough to steam the bun rather than to bake it. Okay, now so I'm going to mix together the seasoning. Just follow the recipe here, and I'm going to stir them together. So this duck we need to handle it carefully. What we need to do is to cut a line here at the back, because this back we need to use that afterwards. So just cut a small hole here like this, and then try to take out the duck. Alright, so this is the duck. Now what I need to do is to cut off the tail, because the tail is usually the smelly part. And I don't like that strong smell here, so I'm going to cut off the tail using a pair of scissors and then put the seasoning in. Now the tail is off, so the next part that I need to do is, another small tips for you is to try to prick a hole here in the middle part of the duck. I will use something sharp, it could be a knife, it could be a fork, and then try to put some holes in there. And then when you put the seasoning in, that will go inside the duck and that will taste better. Okay, so I'm going to just get some little holes there. If you want the duck leg, let's say here, this part, again, you can prick some holes in here. Same with this part. Alright, so now I'm going to get the seasoning in. So here's my seasoning. So I might need some more as well. So depends on what you like. You can add a little bit more. If you want it to be sweet, you can add a little bit more hoisin sauce. And if you want that to be salty, just add in the soy sauce. So I'm going to take one small spoon to here. So you can try to put that onto the duck. It's up to you. You can pour over the whole thing, the whole seasoning onto the duck, or you can just do it step by step, spoon by spoon. So ideally is after the seasoning, just leave it for at least half an hour or up to an hour before we start baking the duck. Okay, so I'm going to pour over the rest of the sauce of the seasoning onto it. And that will do. Oops. All done for now. The next part is quite challenging because we need to put this duck back into this bag. The reason is because we want to, so rather than blow up the duck, the idea is if you want to have the duck very crispy, to have the crispy skin, you need to blow the duck. You need to use a straw to blow the duck, but the other way is to put it back into the bag. So thirdly, we've got a little more open here, so we now need to put it back and then put it onto the tray. I'm going to leave this for about an hour before we're going to bake it. So I'll put it aside now, and then now we focus onto the bun. We need to keep the dough very fresh at all times, so we need to put the cling film on. The rolling pin to do it, so I have chosen 2mm to go for. Need to make that a round shape, so just try to keep the shape as round as possible. Just try to roll it out. To keep the dough skin very fresh, I will suggest you to put that into a bowl like this, covered with cling film. So this one I just got that done. I'm going to put it here. Cover that up. Of hot water in there. That will do. And then put that on top. Just keep that warm and moist, and then that is the point. So this dough here, I'm going to leave it inside a bowl on top of the hot water and then leave it for about 1.5 hours, so it's for the second time proving. Back to the duck now, so I'm going to set the oven to 100 and... this is a fan heater, it's the fan oven, so I'm going to set it up at about like 160 degrees. Preheat it first, okay? And then I come back later. I'm going to send the duck inside to the oven. Just put that in. So, what I'm going to do is to set it for 45 minutes for now. Let me take the duck out first. Alright, so I'm going to cut this back off along the line here, so you can see the whole duck. So I just cut the back off, just leave it out there, and then we're going to put this back to the oven for another 45 minutes. Now I just take that out from the oven, and we just need to pour over the sauce onto top of the skin. Before we put this back to the oven for the last 30 minutes, the reason is because we want to make that more crispy. Smell like the roast duck now. Wow, very excited. Okay, so for the last 30 minutes, we just need to raise the temperature a little bit higher so that the skin can get very crispy. Here we go. Okay, that is for the last 30 minutes. Bye bye. Let me set the temperature to let's say 180. Finally, 2 more things to go along with it, and that is the cucumber and spring onion. So we are going to cut them now. So let me start with the cucumber. For the spring onion, I've got a special knife here. Let me put these aside and you can see what I'm doing here. So let's say if I take this one here and then I can cut that into very thin slices. Like this. Okay, let's come back to the bun. So these are the dough skin we made earlier. So now let's have a look at that. It's growing again. Wow. Just look like this. It's getting a little bit thicker. Okay, so what we need to do is to get these kind of the paper for steaming so they don't stick to each other together. So what I'm going to do is to put it here and put it on top of each of them. And we're going to steam it. So I'm boiling the water now, and these are my steamer. I know that they're very small, but it should be okay for now. Let's see how many I can steam it at one time. I might need to steam it one by one, so it's about 8 minutes for each of them. So I'm going to put in 2 of them first. I'm waiting for the water to boil until I can steam my bun, so waiting for it now. Now my second lot just go in, and that is the first one I made. Wow, so my duck is ready now, so have a look at that. That is my crispy roast duck. I'm going to cut it off and eat it now. Just cut these off, and it's very juicy inside. Let's cut the leg off as well. Wow, look at that, it's very juicy. Hopefully it tastes really good here. So I'm going to cut these duck breasts. Cut out 2 of them, and then the duck leg, and we can also have the wings. At the other side is just the back. It's got nothing too exciting apart from the skin. We will see whether we want to have the skin. Alright, so this is my Hong Kong style roast duck. That is the final production. So I just take out the duck breast and the duck legs, and we still have quite a lot left over. And then I'm going to make the soup and trying to make use of other things.